It's been 2 years. Should I keep trying? This is the question that I'll often get from you, the people watching my YouTube videos or people who are considering working with me. They think I've been trying for insert the amount of time and it's not happening. Should I give up? What should I do? I have an answer for this. Stay tuned. All right. So the first reason that in that time frame you haven't gotten the results you want to get yet are because you have underestimated the amount of effort, the amount of work, the amount of belief that it's going to take to get there. Okay? Now that doesn't mean that you can't get there. It just means that you need to adjust your expectations. And there are going to be two types of people. The people who will give up and they'll go for something easier. They'll just kind of do something else, do whatever comes their way. Let's use the example of a job opportunity. Say you want to get this job, say you want to get like a director job or a VP job, and you've been trying for 2 years and that hasn't worked. And you can apply whatever situation. I'll just use this as an example. And so there's going to be two types of people. The one type of person is going to say, I guess it wasn't meant to be. I've been trying for 2 years. The universe is obviously giving me a sign that this isn't working, that I'm not supposed to do this. So I guess I'll just stay where I'm at or take jobs I'm overqualified for or just do something that is less than what I'm capable because I'm going to take this as a sign to say that it's not working. I'm not supposed to do it. Okay. That is one choice for how you can think. And it's not very fun. We don't like it. And especially if you're an ambitious person and you know you're always going to have that nagging feeling that's going to be saying, hey, you know what? I still want that. I still want that. We still want that. And then you kind of feel heaviness because you're not going for it, right? So the second option, which is the one I advocate for, is no, you shouldn't give up. You need to adjust your process. You need to see in those 2 years, have you actually been really going for it? Or have you been kind of half-assed going for it? That's something I uncover with a lot of my clients. They'll say, I've been doing it for so long. But really, in those 2 years, they've just been hitting easy apply, right? They haven't actually been talking to people, been solving problems, been doing like really going for it. They haven't been. So those 2 years actually don't really count if we look at it. Right? It's like if I said I'm going to become a phenomenal public speaker and I've been trying for 2 years, but I have only been to one speaking event a month and I raised my hand, but they didn't call on me. So I decided I wouldn't raise my hand again. And I could say I've been trying for 2 years. Technically, that's true. I could say I've been trying for 2 years, but that's very different than if I had said I'm going to be a phenomenal public speaker and for 2 years, I was going to every Toastmasters meeting in my town. I was raising my hand to speak. I was volunteering every chance I got, and I was putting myself in the uncomfortable situation to speak every time. By the end of those 2 years, I would be in a very different place, right? So the way that we dictate trying is very important. So with those two examples that I gave, one is low quality trying and one is high quality trying. And we have to be really honest with ourselves. Have we been low quality trying for 2 years or have we been high quality trying for 2 years? And this depends on your perception of it. Your results will tell you everything you need to know, right? So if you're not getting the results or you're not seeing progress, then it's probably very low quality trying, right? You probably haven't had any guidance or anybody to help you pinpoint where you might change your approach or where you might pivot. Like there's a lot of factors that you haven't probably taken into account, right? This is what I'm discovering when I've been coaching hundreds and hundreds of people on their career is they're normally low quality trying and not really aware of that. And when they see a new route, a new path to what high quality trying really looks like and what can be achieved then, and then they start to build that muscle, then they start to see progress, which then pulls them through to that final result, right? Because progress equals happiness, Tony Robbins. So that's what we have to identify is have we been low quality trying or high quality trying, okay? After we do that, we want to assess if we're going to give up, what are the reasons for giving up, right? There can be good reasons for giving up and bad reasons for giving up, right? So in my opinion, some bad reasons for giving up would be it's too hard. I'm all for the hard. I'm like, you know what? I don't need something to be easy. I just need it to be possible, and I want to go for it until I get it. That's the personality that I've decided that I'm going to take on. That's the attitude that I've decided I'm going to take on. And that's what's led me to create results over and over and over, right? And so you could say to yourself, it's too hard. I don't want to. And that's fair. You could say, I don't want to do it. I don't want to put in the energy. I don't want to put in the emotional roller coaster. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just stay in a stable job that isn't very challenging, and I can just get my paycheck and go home. That's perfectly acceptable. But then you got to own that. You got to say, okay, that's what I'm choosing. And then you can't be like, oh, but I wish I had it. I wish I had it. Because that means you really did want it, and you are willing to go through the hard to get it, right? So there's good reasons and bad reasons for deciding to throw in the towel. So some good reasons might be, I've strategically decided to change the job that I want because I've realized that this is more interesting to me, so I'm going to go for this instead. Now, it might not necessarily be easier. It's just I've learned more about myself, and I've realized that I actually want to pursue this instead, right? And if that feels good and congruent, then you can change it, and that's fine. Like that would be a good reason to change it, right? So say you thought you wanted to get into accounting, and then you started networking and having conversations with people about accounting, and you realize, oh, actually, this isn't really me. I'm feeling like I don't want to be in front of spreadsheets all day. And I think that, HR might be a much better option because I'm much more of a people person. Then that would be a good reason to change what you wanted to do, right? And that wouldn't be considered giving up. It would be considered strategic pivot, right? But let's say you want to be accountant and you've been rejected 20 times. You still want to be an accountant, but you've been rejected 20 times. So you're thinking, should I give up? Should I give in the towel? That would be a bad reason to give up because you've been rejected 20 times, because there is where your biggest growth happens, right? Where you're like, okay, why was I rejected 20 times? Where am I not showing the value that I have? Where am I not believing that I'm worthy of this? All these different things that could be going on under the surface as to why that's not happening, right? So those are some examples. There's good reasons and bad reasons. So if you decide you're going to give up, then give yourself the reasons why. And then if you like those reasons, and if you think they're good reasons to you, then go ahead and give up. Otherwise, keep going. That's where the growth is. That's where the excitement for your life is. Because when you reach that finish line, you're going to feel so capable. You're going to feel so accomplished and so satisfied. And it will be because you got through the hard part. Okay? And that hard part, nobody can take that away from you. That was your growth. Right? And you are called to that growth because that's what you wanted. And I believe that our desires are truly safe guidance, right? So if we want something, it's for a reason, right? We have the desire for a reason. It's not the same as everyone else's desire, right? So I feel like we can do anything we have the desire to do. For example, I had the desire to build this coaching business. I'm capable and able to do that. I don't want to be an NBA basketball player, right? So I probably don't have the capability to do that, right? So we have a specific desire in us for a reason, and I think we're meant to go for it. So you can choose the life of comfort and choose the life of easy, or you can choose the life of, yes, it's hard, but I want it, and I'm going for it. So those are my 2 cents. So I hope you don't give up, and if you want some support, I have a beautiful coaching container that I help people with every single week on these challenges. And we just move through the challenges really quickly. And so you end up getting that momentum so that you can get to your finish line so much faster. If you want to get started, I have a 3-day training. It's free. It's the first module of my paid program, essentially. And you can click the link below to grab that for free. And when you sign up, you get a bunch of my freebies as well, things I've worked on over the years that will help you interview better, that will help you communicate your value better, and help you pinpoint where you've been going wrong if you have been working on that goal of a job offer, a specific job offer for however long you have, okay? So give me a thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, let me know if you are going to give up or not, what reasons you have. Tell me whatever you want to tell me. I love hearing from you. And I will see you in the next video next week. Thanks for watching.